Forgot to turn on my light. Okay. So I've been working from home since 2015. And one of the ways that I've been able to do this is being okay with showing up on social media, being okay with showing up at network events and telling people what it is that I do, being okay with showing up here on video. And in doing that, not only am I communicating to people about what I do, but I also show them what I can do. And this has allowed me to get different customers, experiences, and to have over a decade long career of working from home. And I think this fear of not wanting to be seen, not wanting people to know what it is that you do, often holds people back from moving forward into new ventures, new opportunities. And today I want to talk a little bit more about why it's important to be okay with showing up and letting people know that you are here and available in an independent kind of space as a virtual assistant, as a work from home service provider, as a freelancer, because you're now ready to take a skill that you have and you want to go and see if you can make money from home doing that skill. You can always try doing remote traditional works, trying to apply for those kind of jobs. But I want you to know that there's also opportunities for you to create a business for yourself. And I know that's scary from a lot of people, but it doesn't have to be so big and grand as far as what you're creating. You're essentially just setting yourself up with a business structure so that you can take payments in a way that it has proper tax liabilities, and also being able to set yourself up for long-term income opportunities outside of just being a traditional employee. When you apply for a traditional job, you are essentially writing down on paper or selling yourself on paper over and over and over again, letting people know what it is that you can do for them, for their company. When you are trying to go in for a promotion, you are essentially letting your supervisor or your manager know the things that you have done that has brought value to that company. It's pretty much the same thing when you decide that you want to work from home, be more independent as a service provider, a virtual assistant, or a freelancer. You are, instead of thinking about just one specific boss or company that you're proving your value to, you're thinking about people within a certain industry or your target customers or target clients that you would want to work with. You are telling them over and over and over again about the skills you have and how you can provide them with value. You're letting them know this through either social media, you can do video, you can find wherever your ideal customer is, that is the medium that you want to use to be able to communicate that to them over and over and over again. And I'm emphasizing the over and over and over again because oftentimes people try something for a short term, maybe like a week, a couple of weeks. They say this isn't working and they give up. We are in a very crowded space right now where there's a lot of noise in a lot of different places, but that doesn't mean you won't be heard. What happens is people tend to give up at a certain point because they feel like, well, everything's oversaturated. Why would anybody care about what it is that I have to say? And then we don't hear from them ever again. With things like this, video content, for example, it stays on the internet for a long time unless you delete it or unless somebody else gets access to it. And this can trickle up or trickle down like a snowball and eventually get to your ideal person. But you have to be consistent with what you're doing. You have to continue to show up so that they can know like, oh, this person is serious. They are able to see from your passion or your skills, because not only am I encouraging you to come on here and talk about what you do, but if you're able somehow to show people what it is that you do, through maybe tutorials, maybe you have a portfolio so they can also see the impact that you have, then that lets them know that you might just be the person that they want to work with. It also gives them the opportunity to see your personality. They can see if you two are going to vibe well together, because that is a big thing with human connection. Even though we have a lot of AI going on right now, people still crave having that human connection. So they need to be able to know, like, and trust you. And in order to grow that knowing and trust, then they need to be able to see you consistently talking about what it is you do and the value that you provide, and showing them how you can provide that value. So showing up online, try to think of it differently now. Don't think of it about, oh, people are going to judge me, I don't want to be seen, people are going to know my business. Think about like who it is that you want to serve, how you can communicate that to them, and how you can communicate that value that you're going to provide. You're just saying that over and over and over again so that people can know you as a person that is the go-to number one provider of that service or skill. For me, since I've been doing work from home work since 2015, my skills have evolved. The way that I work from home has evolved. I started off as a virtual assistant. I went into doing more freelance work. I also did even W-2 work from home work. And it was all because I started off by showing up and telling people what it is that I do. It doesn't always stay the same. Like I said, again, it evolves, but it can't evolve unless you get out there and start getting those skills and building those relationships and building your network of clients and customers and referrals. When I started working from home in 2015, it started with me taking a skill that I already had and communicating that to the people that I wanted to work with, how I can serve them. And from there, I started building up my skill set on different ways based on how the economy was, based on what was new in technology. It just building those skill sets so that I can continue to serve new clients, new customers, and serving people in a new and better way. Right now, I am still working from home and I enjoy it, but I'm now looking at there are other people out here who are interested in working from home, whether it be as a virtual assistant, a service provider, a freelancer, and they're really not sure how to get started. So one of my goals right now is to provide a hub of resources for those of you that want to move into the work from home space, or you're already here, you're feeling stagnant, and you want to start growing your skills. I now have a hub of resources and tools that I am building for people to access, so that if they're wanting to learn a new skill set, or if they want to move forward in working from home, they can use that so that they can get started or grow. I'm going to provide you with the link of those resources here. Right now, it mainly has AI in it, AI resources and digital marketing resources. And the reason why those are like the two primary ones that I'm starting with is because that is the wave of the world right now. We are very focused on AI, and you need digital marketing skills in order to be able to market yourself digitally, because we are in a digital world right now. So be sure to check those out. If you have any questions, let me know. If you are on TikTok, I don't have my TikTok link yet because I'm still growing my TikTok, depending on when you're watching this. But you can DM me and I can get that link to you and ask any questions that you might have. But if you are on YouTube, you should be able to find the link in my bio, or it should be in the description. Either way, that is a place that you can get started. That is a good starting point so that you can start moving forward instead of thinking about, oh, wouldn't it be nice, or I don't know how to get started. This is how you start. So that's all I have for you today. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.